On January 15, 2015, Martin Luther King's birthday, we began a journey together in response to major national issues highlighted by the deaths of Eric Garner, Laquan McDonald, Tamir Rice, and Michael Brown. Issues of race, power, and accountability led us to ask, how can we move beyond our current reality to a place of greater trust and love? That place is the beloved community. With concerns in the community and concerns by police officers, faith leaders in partnership with PACT and the NAACP began to organize dialogues to promote open and honest communication to promote change together. And it was in this spirit that we identified 4 major areas to invest our time in from our initial dialogue. Those areas were 1, transparency and reporting. 2, implicit bias training. 3, use of force. And 4, body-worn cameras.
And since January 15th, we have held 5 beloved community dialogues with 200 to 300 people attending each one. They were comprised of diverse members of the community, faith leaders, law enforcement officials, and other public officials. Tonight, you are here part of the 6th dialogue. Our event also includes action for solution through changes in public policies and practices. While addressing issues of law enforcement and community broadly, we have been focused on SJPD and have made some great progress working with Chief Eddie Garcia, the SJ Independent Police Auditor's Office, the mayor, city council members, and earlier with SJ Police Officers Association before their Thanksgiving statement, disrespecting the community and Black Lives Matter. Here are some of the results we have created together.
SJPD has begun to conduct an external review of limited detention data. These are police stops that don't lead to arrest, often experienced as racial profiling. With former IPA Judge Cordell's recommendation, our persistent and SJPD's work, we have made this a reality. The completed review will be presented to City Council by February 24th.
SJPD is implementing implicit bias and procedural justice training, which our team researched and recommended. This is a major step forward in addressing all the ways biases can affect the treatment of our community and to include community members as trainers with police officers on topics of respect and trust in the context of historical and current community experiences.
SJPD established a no chokehold policy. This, along with Chief Garcia promoting de-escalation training, is expected to reduce unnecessary uses of force by the police department.
SJPD has implemented body-worn cameras for all officers and will incorporate our community input in updating body-worn cameras policies starting this month, with revisions to be completed in the next few months.
Through organizing with our PICO California network and allies across the state, we won the anti-racial and identity profiling law that requires all law enforcement agencies throughout California to collect and report data about police community interactions. Governor Brown said it would take an act of God for him to sign AB 953 into law. Well, with our organizing, our prayers, our calls, emails, signatures, and our civil disobedience, we made it happen.
Black Lives Matter. We are constantly confronted with stories of police violence, not only across the nation, but right here in Santa Clara County. Antonio Lopez, who was shot twice in the back by San Jose State's police department. Lamar Noble, who was beaten by San Jose PD during a routine traffic stop, and Anthony Nunez, who was suicidal and was shot after 14 seconds of negotiation by SJPD. These stories didn't happen somewhere across the nation. These stories are just a few that happened here. While there are some, such as our local police union, the SJPOA, who seek to discredit the recent and generational pain and anger of those groups directly and indirectly impacted by such police violence, we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters locally and nationally. We believe that Black lives matter, and we believe that Black and brown people who proclaim this are not stating this to incite violence, like police union and other privileged groups or organizations may claim. We know this means we want you to see us as human beings. We want you to see that our lives have value. So stop treating us as if we aren't humans and that we don't matter. So, although the police union leadership does not believe Black and brown lives matter, and saying so incites violence, we are working to build true partnership of honesty and accountability with our local law officials, who share in our same beliefs of sound and just system for everyone.
So as you can see, our work together is far more than just dialogues, and it's what brings us here tonight: independent oversight.